For the very first time, we will be witnessing a unique behavior of 5 adult tigers all together on the feast of bison and Indian gore skill. Being a solitary animal and forming an anti-tiger behavior of tiger pride. Once seen in the famous video by Discovery Channel on 4 tigers rewrote the rules of tiger behaviors and made a gang very famously known as Tiger Sisters of Delia, hunting in pack. But now, in this video, you will be witnessing how these 5 adult tigers who were separated and were close to 3.5 years of age. But now, these 5 tigers reunited stronger and made an alliance with mother for survival instinct on a kill of a bovine. The tiger pride.
Yesterday evening, I was informed about a tiger killing a bison and Indian gore in Tadoba Andari Tiger Reserve by my friend who was on a safari had witnessed this killing in Tadoba. It's a breaking news for a photographer like me, to which I just packed my equipments and packed my luggage, barging towards the airport for catching the last flight Mumbai-Nagpur. Friend Naresh Mihar collected me from the airport, who provides car services to me from past 18 years, who dropped me to the Tadoba for morning safari. When reaching the forest, my guide informed me about the kill which was done by a tigress who had 4 adult cubs and were now being separated a month back, and only 1 adult female cub is seen with the mother tigress sometime. When reaching to the spot hastily, where I could not believe it to my eyes, that she was joined by the 2 cubs leading towards the kill. The adult one was the collared female cub and the other was adult male cub, walking straight in a single line. We were the first to arrive and had an upper hand to rush towards the kill to take the best available position. As the kill was slightly on a lower side, I took the best available position, judging the obstacles of dried grasses and shrubs. As the kill was slightly on a lower angle of the ground, bison being the largest wild cattle in the world, could be 5 times more weight of a tiger, weighing over a ton. The bull is not visible properly, but distinctly the horn size proves it was a fully adult bison. And now by the time the other tourists and photographers had also arrived. In likewise situation, one most important tip in wildlife photography which I am sharing is, when times like this, you can't just shoot sitting or low level subject which are in the open ground but having obstacles or disturbance. So in situation like this, you have to stand on an elevation to take the clear picture to avoid shrubs and grasses. But also along with this, I am shooting with professional prime lenses and bodies which are quite heavy for handheld photography over the top to maintain stabilization. And in this situation, you are shooting continuously, your hands will give up. So to overcome this tiredness, I always carry my monopod and gimbal heads to rest my heavy lens and camera, ending up in a relaxed position where my one hand is free for resting on the top of the lens to minimize the shake. So make sure this information helps the new photographers for a better quality of picture, because this will make you rest assured that the photos are not shaken or blurry, irrespective of what camera and lenses you have. This is a ground reality tip which I have shared today with you, which only comes with experience. Both the male and the female tiger regularly hunts and kills massive adult gores, including the huge bull weighing over a ton in weight, and they usually have no problems in bringing down the gigantic and immensely powerful bovines.
And also no other extant land predator routinely takes on prey this large on its own too. Sharing a food, unlike lion who will fight till death over a kill. Tigers often share meals and take turns in eating. Tiger have a special weapon. They have two canine teeth and the other sharp-edged teeth to cut the skin, flesh and bones of prey. Gore gets killed by a tiger. No other land predators on the face of this earth is capable of doing this except the tiger. This huge cat does it effortlessly. It usually first tries and break or crush the elbows or below the knees of the hind leg. So due to which the prey becomes the immobile and usually wrestles to ground. And other technique is depending on the size while dealing with the large preys like this. Tiger inflict throat bites, strangulation as it goes down, pinning the suffocated and helpless victim down. During this initial assault, tiger teeth winds up in the back of the neck. The grip is moved to the throat once the prey comes down. These killing combats is not easy but with big commotion. During fights, and very rare it is also reported that the tigers have also ended up with fatality. Being once a member of Bombay Natural Historical Society, read in the journal about a formidable bout between the bull Gaur and the tiger. In head-on battle resulted in a very dangerous combat, resulting in fatal for both the animals, where tiger and bison lying dead within the 10 feet of each other. The tiger start feeding on hindquarters, leaving rest of the carcass intact for the later dine. For the very first time, we are witnessing a unique behavior of 5 adult tigers forming an anti-tiger behavior to form a tiger pride, feasting on a bison kill, taking their turns to eat. To survive independently, each had to hunt every week alone, and however each tiger struggled, desperate and starved, these 4 siblings made a startling choice to form an alliance with mother, forming a mighty group for survival instinct to hunt a massive bovine. Female tigers gain independence at around 2 years of age and sexual maturity at the age of 3 or 4, but male tigers at 4 or 5. Tigers are also known for surprising their meals, sometimes eating as much as 60 pounds in one night, which is probably why they can also go 2 to 3 days without eating anything at all. Tigers also have an ability to drag a carcass that would take a strength of 13 men to move, only to bury the remains in an attempt to hide it from scavengers, then later consuming it for next meal. But it will not happen in this situation. With this many tigers, the bison kill will not last more than 2 days.
Over here, what we have witnessed is the reunion on the feast of a bison kill. Usually, the role played by mother tigress for training has lasted for 1.5 years to 2 years for their cubs. And cubs often stay together even after frequently disappearance and really come back due to their sibling bonds. Or sometimes they often knock down prey but difficulty to deliver the fatal bite to finish the animal. Eventually, it took long, but the patience was fruitful. It was the adult female cub with collar sitting in the water. Then came the adult male cub. And then the very next mother came in. And by now, already mother along with two cubs were there. I can't believe it to my eyes that I was seeing the fourth adult tiger as they were all in one frame. And this tiger was again an adult male cub with collar. I prayed to the Almighty that the fifth tiger should also come and join. MashaAllah, my prayers were accepted, and this was one of the happiest moments of my life to see 5 fully adult grown tigers in one frame, which I have never seen in my life. 4 cubs who are fully adult and a mother tigress. This is a unique behavior of 5 adult tigers coming together again after being separated.
Once seen in the famous video by Discovery Channel on 4 tigers rewrote the rules of tiger behaviors and made a gang very famously known as Tiger Sisters of Delia hunting in pack. Even I was lucky to get a chance to shoot a video on this famous tigress in 2011 on elephant back in Tadoba, to which even I have also posted 2 videos on my YouTube channel by the name In Search of Tiger Sisters of Thalia Part 1 and Part 2, who were that time just 5 to 6 months of age. But in this video, you are witnessing for the first time ever filmed how these 5 adult tigers who were separated and were close to 3.5 years of age. But now, these 5 tigers reunited stronger and made an alliance with
Age due to starving, freezing, and accident, sometime killed by the male tigers, some die due to the monsoon flood, bushfires, or sometime fight with other tigers, where they are also killed by human jackal, crocodile, wild boars, and dhole. Yet, other dies of physical deformities and suffering injuries. It is a remarkable achievement to the mother tigress. The mother tigress stays with the cub for about 2 years. The cub feed on meat at 3 to 4 months brought to them at the den, and after 5th month they are weaned out to the hidden kills to eat. Mother often have exhausted their face at this age. Around half of the world's remaining wild tigers. There are several Indian national parks that are renowned for their frequent tiger sightings, like Ranthambore, Jim Corbett, Bandhavgarh, Thadoba, and Page. And on either side of the MP and Maharashtra page. Tigers are impressively world's favorite animal, and it is the most varied cat on earth. Tigers are magnificent creatures which are sadly endangered due to the human carelessness. But hopefully, if we learn a little about them, we can become more aware of this admirable animal and help them grow in numbers once again. This artificial water source, what you are seeing, is not enough to fulfill the needs of the growing population of animal in the jungle. Therefore, to overcome this, in specially Thadoba, I have seen in 2010, when Forest Department used to supply water to the wild animal by tankers, by creating artificial water tank and digging small artificial water bodies, and readily the animal accepted this water hole and wandering for water was over. But this was not the permanent solution. In 2013, the right solution was sorted out by putting solar energy pumps, which was permanent water solution to water holes. These solar panels were installed on existing water holes. And these solar panels were installed in natural and artificial water bodies so that the demand of fresh water is all around summer, which is now fulfilling the core area of the Thadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve. Each solar panels, which generates 3000 to 4000 liters per day, sufficient for survival. And the most happiest and rewarding thing was the animal-human conflict were diminishingly reduced. Other predators invading human settlements in search of water in peripheral villages. The tiger is not just a charismatic species, it is a unique animal. It is a top predator which is at the apex of the food chain and keeps the population of wild controlled, thereby maintaining a balance between the prey and herbivores and the vegetation upon which they feed. Therefore, the presence of tiger in the forest is an indicator of the well-being of the ecosystem. The extinction of this top predator is an indication that its ecosystem is not sufficiently protected, and neither would it exist for long thereafter. Tiger go extinct, the entire system would collapse. Trees stop generating, it leaves behind a scar, which affects the entire ecosystem. Another reason why we want to save tiger is that our forests are water catchment areas. It is not just about saving the animal, but the entire forest. And the forests are known to provide clean air, water, pollination, temperature regulation, and thousands of important things. Today, tiger faces many threats. The greatest threat is large-scale loss of habitat and prey due to human encroachment and habitat degradation for agriculture. Climate change is also causing ocean levels to rise, reducing coastal habitats in areas like India's Sundarban Islands, forcing tigers to move into the areas more heavily populated by people. In some part of the range, tigers are poached because of the pelts are valuable in black market trades in Asia, and their other body parts are usually traditional Asian medicines. Tiger are also killed or removed from the wild in efforts to protect livestock and human communities. Finally, as tiger recovers in some region, they come into contact more often with people, pets and livestock, which can increase human-wildlife conflicts if tigers and people are not proactively managed. Just over 100 years, over 40,000 tigers roam India's forest, but now less than 10% remains. Over the past 100 years, 95% of the tiger population has disappeared and is still decreasing due to the poaching and habitat loss. 100 years ago, there were 8 different subspecies of tiger. Today, 3 of those subspecies are extinct and others are dangerously close to being wiped from earth forever. Like Siberian tigers could become extinct in the next 10 years. So please help them grow in numbers once again. Tigers are impressively world's favorite animal, and it is the most varied cat on earth. Tigers are magnificent creatures which is sadly endangered due to the human carelessness. But hopefully, if we learn a little about them, we can become more aware of this admirable animal and help them in number once again. But now the time has come closer to leave their sibling bonds with their mother and establish their own territories. Young male will move further away from their mother's territory than younger females and start demarking their own territories. Once the family group has splitted, the mother will come again in heat, and then we'll get a chance to see a new generation of tigers in future. By now, y'all must be thinking why I am not calling tigers by name or disclosing the location where I am shooting. But these are illegal act in India. Anyway, how does that naming matters? In fact, naming tiger is linked to emotions. Tigers will die and get replaced. I also agree even the location of the tiger should not be mentioned in regards to its protection. Mr. Bilal Habib, the tiger scientist with Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun, says, in fact, naming tiger is linked to the emotions. Tigers are going to die in fight, replace each other, disappear in parks like Tadoba, where there are high density of tigers, says Bilal Habib of WII. And this is Habib Nasser. Photography is my subject, and I'm open to learning.